So you've got a huge, vast range of different lead-free ammo, yes?
Unfortunately, there's not an awful lot of choice out there at the moment. I think a lot of the manufacturers are aspiring to produce this non-lead or lead-free ammunition, but the problem is, with cement, with wood, with glass at the moment, the supply chain is falling apart, so there's not much availability. So anyway, so what we've managed to do, we've managed to kind of find some Winchester HMR lead-free ammunition, and also we've got a couple of brands of 2.2 rimfire. So this is just a very, very simplistic kind of field test. We can't do an awful lot of testing because we haven't got much ammunition. Brexit, COVID, excuses, there's not much about, but that's life. But with this time next year, Rodney, it'll be absolutely fine. On this one here, we've got the Winchester 15.5 grain. Okay, so there's a fair bit of wind blowing today, so the wind does push it around a wee bit. 2 inches at the moment, but the actual elevation was quite good. The Hornady 17 grain, one flower there, which is interesting, but other ones there, so inch and a bit, so respectable, I think, really. And last of all, we've got the CCI, the 17, what's that, the 17 grain CCI. Very respectable, look at that. So accuracy, yeah, it's not as good as these two, but it could be just me.
Okay, Mr. Pilbeam, 2.2.
2.2, right, okay, first of all, the 1.7 HMR is 100 metres. I've actually come back to about 70 metres now, it's a bit closer. We're talking about these two rounds here at the moment. Winchester Varmint LF, lead-free, and we've got the RWS high velocity green. A lot lighter than your normal 2.2, both lead-free. And also these are high velocity, which means that most people probably won't be keen because we shoot most of our rabbits in the UK with subsonics. There's no noise at all.
It's so quiet, Tim.
The lead-free alternatives are only available at the moment as high velocities, which is an interesting one. So I think perhaps we'll chat about that later on, because like I said, that's been a major problem really. Anyway, so both running at about 1650 feet per second, so going reasonably quickly. I think what we do is just throw some lead and some non-lead down the range and just see how they compare accuracy-wise. Okay, right. I don't know what we can do with this, but this is real life. This is what happens when things are live. So it's probably me. It could be the rifle. So you know, if I had another 2.2 rifle here, perhaps I would actually have another go. But anyway, this is where we are. So this is the RWS green shooting here. Okay. So 3-inch group. So nothing too glamorous, I must admit. And then we moved on to Winchester, which is completely and utterly all over the place. Then basically I had some old RWS standard high velocity lead bullets kicking around, and they're slightly lower, but obviously the group is nothing too special there as well. So yeah, nothing too special. So just my own sanity.
Take away from that.
I'm sorry, manufacturers, but this is not good. Anyways, but this is what happens. And I just grabbed some of those as well, some subsonics for my own sanity to make sure I'm right. And they group nicely down here. There's actually 4 shots in there. So that's about 1.25 inches. So, you know, the rifle does shoot reasonably well. And this is at 70 meters. I haven't got huge experience of high velocity 2.2s because we just do not use them. Most hunters in the UK will use subsonics all the time. The difference in sound is huge. They're quiet and they're cheap. So, you know, it's not very often we have fun with the high velocity ammunition. Anyway, I think the thing to do, I'm going to dive back and get my other 2.2 rifle. To be fair to the manufacturers of the ammunition, I need to get my other rifle out and see if it's any change at all.
Come on then, Mr. Pilbeam.
Okay, this is the reality of field tester. Doesn't always go to plan, and we've got 2 choices here. Either just bin this film and say we never did this test, or we say things happen, and I'm being polite. Anyway, so we've got here the 2.2 rimfires. At 70 meters, the Winchester achieved about 2.5-inch group, so nothing particularly special, but you know, it is what it is, okay? And then basically we use the RWS green at 70 meters, and no comment. I don't know what on earth's happened there, so it doesn't obviously like my my rifle. So the only way I can benchmark, I suppose, bring some reality back to this, is what does that rifle do with normal ammunition? I say lead ammunition. So I've got some subsonic here, lead ammunition, which is kind of 40 odd grain Lapua, and down here 70 meters, one flyer there, but quite respectable. So yeah, 70 meters, I'd be happy with that for shooting rabbits. So perhaps my rifle is not suited to high velocity 2-2 ammunition, so I found this. So I just stuck that down, 5 shots, or 6 shots actually, at 70 meters, and we've got one flyer there, and it's, you know, that a lot of that stuff's within an inch. So obviously the lead-free high velocity 2-2 ammunition does not suit the Ruger, and it doesn't actually seem to suit my anchors very well. But if you go for the standard lead low velocity and high velocity ammunition, it seems to shoot it quite well. So it's just one of those things, horses for courses. Just if you want to use high velocity ammunition, I suppose, in the 2-2, perhaps they are a bit more fussy. Certain bullets suit certain rifles, and rimfire's no different. So I think the most important thing is just got to make sure you get the right one for your rifle. We've proven today that it's definitely the case.